Hey there, welcome to Friday. Got a great workout for you today. It's a little bit different today. Dan's joining me as well. A little bit different today. We've actually changed the Friday WOD and we're going to do a Hero WOD honoring Constable Heidi Stevenson, who tragically lost her life last weekend in the shooting in Nova Scotia along with 16 other people. She was a 23-year veteran, and that's where the number 23 comes in from today's workout, which we'll get to after. But in CrossFit, as you all know, we do Hero WODs to honor heroes. We work a little harder, push a little harder in honor of them, and we're going to do that this Friday. We got a lot of people joining us that aren't members as well, as we've opened our 6 p.m. class up open to anyone who wants to take part and honor her. So we'll get started and get towards what we're working on today. So first up, we're going to warm up for 4 minutes. We're going to do 4 different movements, and we're just going to cycle through them for 4 minutes just to get a little bit warmed up, a little moving. So first up, we're going to do 6 Samson lunges. So for a Samson lunge, we lunge forward and we reach straight up. Don't overarch your back, just reaching straight up as you go, knee to the ground. And then we switch sides, other arm reaching straight up. You can do both arms at once if you'd like as well. Just again, make sure you're not overarching your back. We just want a little bit of a stretch, reaching straight upwards. From there, we're going to go into 8 air squats. So feet shoulder width apart, we keep that chest up nice and high, eyes facing forward, weight back on our heels, and we're just squatting up and down. Just go as low as you feel comfortable with. From there, we're going to do 6 yoga push-ups. So we get down into a push-up position, down to the ground, we bring our chest up off the floor, then we push back and push our glutes back up off the floor, good stretch in the shoulders, and back down again to the push-up position. So we're going to do that 6 times. And then from there, we're going to go to 8 jumping jacks. Everyone knows a jumping jack, but just 8 of those. So we're going to cycle through those 4 movements for the first 4 minutes. And then from there, for those of you who aren't members with us and don't know how class is usually working, we give our members a little bit of time for a little bit of dynamic stretching. So once you're done your 4 minutes of warm-up, you're going to go into a little bit of stretching before we get started. Before we get into the WOD during the class, we're going to hold a moment of silence. We'll do that at all 3 classes in the day, and if you want to do it at home, if you're doing the workout on your own, that'd be great. Just a little moment of silence to think about the tragedy that happened last weekend. So from there, we're going to do the workout, which is named Heidi, in honor of Constable Heidi Stevenson. We didn't create this workout. It's I'm not even sure who created that actually, but it's kind of taken off across Canada, across North America, and boxes everywhere are doing it to honor her. So we're going to take part as well. So it's a 23-minute AMRAP, and what AMRAP means is just as many rounds as possible. So you're just going to keep going for that full 23 minutes. So once you get down at the bottom of the list, you go right back up to the start and keep going. And everything we do all the way through is going to be 23 reps of each movement. So we'll go through each movement here. First up is going to be 23 air squats, which we actually did in the warm-up, but we'll go through it again. Feet shoulder width apart, we squat down, we keep that chest up nice and high, eyes forward, not looking down at your feet, and you try to keep that weight back on your heels. If you can go all the way down below parallel, that's great. If not, just go as low as you feel comfortable. If you need to put a chair behind you to squat down to and squat back up, or a box or something underneath, that's great too. Just up and down. So 23 of those. From that, we're going to go right into 23 push-ups. So down into a push-up position. If you can do them, great. Keeping your feet nice and close, squeeze your glutes, chest all the way to the ground, full extension at the top. If you find push-ups are too hard, there's a couple options to scale them. You can go down to your knees. Same idea though, chest down to the ground and full extension at the top. If you find that too hard, you can slide an ab mat, a towel or something underneath your chest and really reduce that range of motion on your knees, straight down and straight up. So put something in there that you still can get that full extension but reducing the range of motion. And that's it for push-ups. Once you're done 23 push-ups, we're going to go to 23 kettlebell swings is the way the workout is designed. If you don't have a kettlebell at home, you have a dumbbell, that's fantastic. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can use some objects around the house. So first we'll go through it with a dumbbell here. So it's 2 hands on the dumbbell or kettlebell. You get your feet just a little bit shoulder width or a little bit outside shoulder width apart. We bring it down between our legs, and then we use our hips to drive it up. Now the full range of motion in this movement is bringing it all the way overhead. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can just go to eye or chin level. Once you see it there, you're right back down. And what you really want to work on here is using your hips to drive that weight up. Your arms are just acting as levers. You're not actually pulling with your shoulders at all. If you don't have a dumbbell at home, grab a jug of wiper fluid, a big water bottle, a lunch bag, paint can, and same idea between the legs, and just use your hips to drive it up. 23 of those. Once we're done 23 of those, we're going to move into 23 jumping lunges. So you're going to go down into a lunge position, and you're going to jump up and land in the opposite leg. So instead of just standing up, you're jumping your lunges up and down. If you do find that too difficult, you can just do regular standing lunges. Just alternate legs. Make sure to keep that chest up nice and high. Try to touch your knee to the ground. If you can't go all the way down, that's fine. Just go as low as is comfortable with you. Once you've done 23 of those, then we're going to do 23 sit-ups. So you're going to lay down on your back. If you have an ab mat to use, that's great. If not, you can put a towel or a t-shirt just under the small of your back. You're going to try to butterfly your feet together. Shoulders go all the way down to the ground, and then up and touch your toes. That's it. And all the way up. If you can't reach all the way to your toes, that's fine. Just come up as far as is comfortable with you. Just make sure you try to get your shoulders back down to the ground. The reason we put something underneath our back is to make sure we're actually using our core to pull ourselves up as opposed to using our hips and our legs. From there, we're on to 23 box jumps. If you have a box or something that you can jump up onto at home, that's fantastic. A lot of people don't, which is fine. We can work around that. But a box jump is standing position, 2-foot takeoff. We get up to the box and full extension at the top. You can step these up and down if you don't feel comfortable jumping. That's no problem. Just make sure, again, that you're alternating legs and that you're fully extending at the top. If you don't have a box, you can use a chair. Same idea. I wouldn't recommend jumping necessarily on a chair, a little unstable, but you can step up and down, full extension at the top. If you don't have something like that, if everyone's got stairs at their house, just step up 2 steps on the stairs and back down. Make sure you're alternating legs as you go. Once we're done that, we still got time left in our 23 minutes. We go all the way back up to the top and keep moving down the list over and over again until that 23 minutes is up. And that's it for the workout for today. So for those of you who are non-members and want to call it a day after that, that's great. We truly appreciate you guys taking part in the workout with us. If you want to stick around for a little bit of a wrap-up and a little bit extra work, you're more than welcome to. For the rest of the members, we have a little bit of a wrap-up for you today that's going to work your shoulders. So it's 5 rounds. It's only a minute each round, but it's continuous. There's no rest in between. We're going to cycle right through this pretty quickly. We just need 1 dumbbell, seated on the ground, 2 hands on the dumbbell. First 20 seconds, we're going to do fast strict presses. So up and down as fast as we can. Fully extending, getting those ears through the biceps. Try to keep your core nice and tight. Once that 20 seconds is up, your next 20 seconds is as slow as you can possibly go, up and down. So really over-exaggerated how slow you're going. Same thing, full extension at the top, keeping that core nice and tight. And we do that for 20 seconds. Once that's up, we're going to hold it overhead for 10 seconds. Full extension, locked out, core's tight, ears are to the biceps. Hold that for 10 seconds. Once that's done, we have a 10-second break. And that takes a minute, and we're going to do that 5 times. Dan's good at breaking. And that's it for today. We do have an outside the box challenge, which kind of ties into the WOD today for those of you that want to take part. Pretty simple. We just want you to really reach out and thank, or even post about in the toolbox or on your own personal page, a first responder in your life or a frontline worker, given everything that's going on in the world today. We can't stress enough or say it enough. But thank you, and we appreciate what you guys are doing, and from all of us here at Fortis, and we want to hear it coming from everyone else. I'm sure everyone knows one or has one in their life, and we want to make sure that they definitely feel appreciated. Same time, hug your immediate family and be thankful for everything we have. So thanks a lot for joining us today, guys.